Welcome back to another episode of Mrs. Barnes at Home. Today I'm joined by my friend Rioni.
Hello everyone!
She lives in the house next door to me, and because it's lockdown, we've been being quite careful and staying a bit apart from each other and making sure that we wash our hands all the time. So that's what we have to always do first. So Rioni, you can go wash your hands first. Please can you make sure that you use some soap and do it all over. And remember, if you're making food for anyone else that isn't you, you do need to make sure you've got clean hands all the time and that you remember not to lick your fingers. Right, today we are making apple pie. So we're going to do it all together, but we're going to take turns in which jobs we're going to do. So my turn to wash hands. Rioni, would you like to get the apples out?
Yeah. So we have 6 apples, which we are gonna peel with a peeler, and then we're gonna cut them up in little pieces. So that's what we'll do first.
Cool. Would you like me to do that? Well, you can measure out the dry bits.
Yeah.
Now, with the chopping and with any opening or cutting, if you're going to need a sharp knife, then you will need a grown-up to do that bit for you or with you. But you can decide about that. So, Rioni, in your bowl, you need to get the sugar, the cinnamon, and a little bit of salt.
Cinnamon, and we've got salt.
Yes, so while I start peeling, I can still tell you what you need. So please can you 3/4 of a cup of sugar.
A cup?
Yeah.
3/4. Are we there yet?
I've never peeled apples before.
There we go. 3/4
Lovely.
sugar.
Now please can we have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Teaspoon. Be careful with pouring the cinnamon that you don't use too much. There we go.
And then please can we have just 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So that is just a bit like a big pinch. And then when you've done that with your big metal spoon, you can give it a mix.
A big metal spoon or the teaspoon?
Or the teaspoon, that's fine. Just mix, mix, mix. Lovely. And then as soon as these apples are peeled and chopped, we're going to put them in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you've finished that, you can help me with the... Maybe you can cut the apples up into their little bits and I'll keep peeling. Now if you don't have a peeler, it's okay. You can do as Rioni just started to do, but you will need a grown-up to do that bit for you. Okay, Rioni, so how big are we cutting the apple cores? Apple pieces, I mean.
Shall we cut them in? Shall we cut the quarters into 4 pieces?
Yeah, so they're about like 1 centimetre each way.
Yeah.
Cool. Because we've decided that our apple pie isn't going to be in one big pie dish. We've decided to make mini pies, haven't we?
Yes.
But if you don't have a tin like this, then you can just do one great big pie. That's absolutely fine. So we'll keep chopping, making sure that we've got rid of all of the apple skin.
There we go.
Maybe because we've got, this would be a good size for if people have got a big apple pie dish. But because we're doing little ones, maybe we want some of our apple pieces to be a bit smaller.
Yes.
Or are they going to go small from the cooking?
We cut a few bits more which are big. There we go.
So yeah, I think children, you'll be able to do the mixing the dry bits really well, but this bit is a job that a grown-up probably needs to do for you, and maybe they can do it before you start. Alright, so as soon as they start looking like this, can I put them into the dry?
Yeah. Should we bring the bowl?
Oh yeah, let's put the bowl here so we can pop them in.
Take out the spoon.
You can see.
Here we go.
Okay, so when we're putting the last one in the bowl, that's pretty good. Then somebody can mix. That can be you if you like.
I'll
Mix.
throw this in the bin.
Okay.
There we
This
go.
bit can go in the
Clean
food bin, can't it?
space. Yeah.
So I'll mix. We want to toss it all in so that the apples get completely covered in the cinnamon sugar mix. And it's good that we did this first actually, Rooney, isn't it? Because now they're going to be absorbing some of it. There'll be more flavour in our pie at the end. Okay, so now we're going to make the pastry. We've taken about a cup of butter and we're just going to leave that out to warm up a little bit while we measure out the other ingredients. Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you mind putting that bit back in the fridge, please? So we have got another bowl because we don't have enough bowls. We've got one for the apple and now one for the pastry as well. So while our butter is just melting a little bit,
Yeah.
we're going to measure the other bits, aren't we? So we need 2 cups of flour. Here's the flour. Thanks, Rooney. I'll cut this off a bit more while you do that. And we've been a little bit approximate with our butter, haven't we? Because we didn't really know how much a cup was, but for the mums and dads, we've done about 200 grams, haven't we?
Yeah.
But otherwise, it is just a cup of butter. And I'm going to get a glass ready for the egg.
That's 2 cups of flour.
Awesome, 2 cups of flour done. Now we need 1 teaspoon of salt. Here's the teaspoon.
Very good. A full teaspoon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's cool.
that.
And then let's mix that together, shall we? Mix those nice dry things together. This is going to be interesting now to see how, because I've never made pastry before.
Nor have I.
So we're being daring. So you can too. Okay. And now we do actually need to add the butter, don't we?
Yes.
So we're going to pop that all in. Who knows? This might be a disaster. And then what are we going to do? We've got to
fun.
squidge it with our fingers. Oh, I
Can
might take
massage
my
the
rings
butter.
off. Can take my rings off. Okay.
So, we crack the egg. And then we want carefully break it open. And then you have to catch the yellow part.
Yeah.
So you let all the egg white drop into the blue cup. There we go. That you're just left with the egg yolk.
Very good.
Do you want me to put that into your bowl?
Yes. Why
Right.
not?
There we go.
This is very approximate, isn't it, how we're doing it? But I'm sure that we're going to be just fine.
I think it's going to be really yummy.
I have to rub. The butter's quite hard, actually. It's giving me a bit of finger ache. It is
It's a
better.
good workout.
Yeah, it is better if you can wait for your butter to get a little bit soft, and then this bit's easy, and then you just keep going until it looks a bit like a crumb, don't you?
Yes.
Whew.
I'm sure it's still going to be really, really good. I'm going to pour this in.
Let's show.
Ooh,
So we've got it a bit crumb-like, so yeah, now Rooney's going to pour in the water.
with the ice block.
Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness.
Have we made a disaster here? I think we have.
No.
Do you know what, Rioni? I think we need a little bit of extra flour.
Okay. Let me put.
Because it has come together, but it's very, very wet.
Let me just take a teaspoon and give you some.
So don't worry, we're just going with the flow, aren't we?
Yeah.
And if it is a disaster, it doesn't matter, because only you're going to be eating it. Only your family.
I know it's good fun making it.
Yeah. I think we're going to need some more. I have no idea.
No, I think it's going well.
More. Well, if neither of us have ever made pastry before, then it is a bit of an adventure.
Yeah. So I think you want it to be a little bit dry, but then
I think
bowl of paste
what we needed was maybe to add the water little bit by little bit.
Yeah, I was too enthusiastic.
So, but I think we've solved it. I think we've problem solved it, haven't we?
I think so too.
So this is great. Oh, do you know what we forgot to put in the helpful picture? Forgot to put a rolling pin.
Oh yeah.
Hey, looking good. Look at that.
Wow.
That is brilliant. Oh, I'm really proud of that.
That's
Don't you
great.
think that looks
Yeah,
good?
It does. Looks amazing.
So you can just play with it a little bit like this. And then we're going to need to get our, what do you call that? Your baking tray. So whether you're going to use muffin tins like us or whether you're going to use one great big pie dish, that's fine. Now, Rioni was thinking that we need to put something in it.
Butter?
A little bit of butter to line it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So Rioni doesn't want the pastry to get stuck in the tin. So she's going to use a little bit of butter to go inside the tin so that when our pies are cooked, we can just lift them out. Yes, up there. Or you can just use your fingers and get messy. It's okay. Now, of my dough, I'm going to take just over half for the bottoms and then leave the other half for the tops. Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
So, there we go. Let's divide it like that.
Buttering the baking tray.
Now, how many holes have I got in that tray, Rioni?
Ooh, 6.
Okay, I need a little bit more flour for my rolling. Let's get that rubbish out of the way. So you can put flour so that your dough doesn't get stuck.
Good.
So I need to have 3 from this bit for one side and 3 from this bit for the other side. Let's put that out of the way. 1, 2, 3. Let's see how it works. Now, once we get to about this stage, it's probably time to turn the oven on, isn't it?
Yep. I think so too. What temperature would you like the oven to be?
I would like to warm it up to 180 degrees.
Ooh.
And then turn it on. Put it on normal oven. And 180 now. This is quite going to be very hot. So this bit you need to keep
Your mummy and daddy close by. They should put it on
they
for
put
you.
it on for you, yeah. So let's have a go at rolling this one. This might even be too big, you know, because this recipe was for one big pie. If you're doing it in one big pie, then you need to divide your pastry in half and have half for the bottom of your pie and half for the top of your pie.
And how many pieces do you need if you have a baking tray?
Don't know.
Ooh.
Don't know the answer. then I think you need 12 little pieces. So you have 6 for the bottom, 6 for the top.
Is that okay, like that? Shall we see? Shall we try it?
Might be a bit much.
Ooh. But we can always cut it.
Yeah.
Trim it, can't we? Is that okay like that? And then when we put our lid on, we can pinch it together with the... Ooh, I'm so excited! Right, we've got to the last one. So now I'm taking out this one so that I can make the lids for in a minute.
Ooh.
So I need to make sure I've got 6 balls again. So let's divide it into 6 again. Now we have got a bit too much pastry, it looks like, for our dishes, but this should be perfect if you are using a pie dish.
It'll be okay. You can fold them inwards once we filled them.
They're going to be super yummy, aren't they?
Yeah. This is what it looks like at the moment.
Looking good. Okay. Would you like now to start filling them with the apple?
Yep. Do that.
And I'll make the lids.
So if you could also add a little bit of raisins or a little bit of any kind of nuts if you'd really like that to your mixture. But
if you can have them.
If you can have them, that is very good.
Or yeah, like seeds or other fruit that you like.
Yeah.
Which fruits are good stewed? You said raisins, they're good.
Yeah, raisins would be really good.
Maybe pears?
Ooh, that sounds amazing.
Or
yeah.
Even strawberries.
Or other
cherries.
Red fruit. Cherries, yeah. Or raspberries.
You think that lid's going to be good and then we can trim it off?
Blueberries. What do you think of blueberries?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Now this one, thinking about our healthy eating. This one is good because we've got the fruit in it, but there are lots of ingredients that are not so good for us, like the sugar and lots of butter. So this sort of thing wouldn't be a good thing to eat every single day. Would you agree, Rioni? This is something that's a nice treat, isn't it?
Yeah, for special occasions like Mother's Day.
Oh yeah. I'm making the decorations.
Yeah, to make them look pretty.
That one's got a cross, that one's got a triangle. What shape do you want? You wanted a rose. Well, you can do that. I'm sweating here. It's very warm in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think it's the oven.
Now, we checked the oven temperature, and actually we needed it a bit hotter, didn't we, really? We needed it just over 200, so...
218.
You've already done that, well done. So, yeah, just a little bit over 200, and then we're just going to check our pie as it's cooking, and if it's already bubbling over, then it'll be about time to get it out. And if the pastry's looking nice and brown, that's the best way to do it. Oh, a little heart. That one can be for your mum. No. Okay, so what are we going to wash it with? Are we going to wash it with a little bit of egg?
Yeah.
Alright, so maybe I need to do the same thing that you did earlier.
Yeah.
Just egg yolk or egg white that we wash with?
We want the egg yolk.
Just make little holes so that it can air when it's baking in the oven. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to wash my hands. You could also make little patterns with it. Keep gentle. Ooh, they're looking good. Maybe we'll have to have our dinner back to front today. As a treat.
Start with dessert.
Start with pudding. Or have it as an afternoon treat and then have dinner later.
Yeah, that sounds good too.
How are you looking? All good?
Yeah,
I'm going to start to tidy up then.
I think we're ready to put it in the oven.
Fantastic.
Few more
all the
holes there.
rubbish.
There we go. Look at our masterpiece.
Looking fantastic. So, you're laughing at my face, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe we should get some oven gloves.
They're here.
Oh yeah, very good.
And now this bit is for the grown-ups to do, to put it in. There we go. Ooh, that oven is hot.
Perfect.
So now we're going to leave them in there, and we're going to keep checking on them to bring them out when they're nice and golden brown. See you later. Okay, so we left the apple pies in the oven for about 25 minutes, at just over 200 degrees, and now they look lovely and brown. I'm still being very careful with them because they're still hot. That's a job for your grown-ups to take them out of the oven. Now you just need them to cool down before you touch them a little bit. Enjoy!